Imagine waking up to a world where borders are redrawn, alliances tested, and global power dynamics shift overnight. This is the story of how Europe is responding to Donald Trump's bold plans for Greenland, the Panama Canal, and beyond. Stick around as we unravel the intricate chess game of sovereignty, diplomacy, and power in today's interconnected world. Donald Trump's ambitions for U.S. expansionism have sparked waves across continents. But how are European nations, with their deep-rooted values of sovereignty and cooperation, reacting to these unexpected moves? Let's dive in. When Trump announced his interest in Greenland, it wasn't just a passing comment. To many, it may have sounded like a bold geopolitical strategy or even a business proposition. But for Europe, it was a signal of something much deeper, a reawakening of expansionist ambitions that the world had seemingly left behind. Greenland, a vast and sparsely populated territory, isn't just any piece of land. It's rich in natural resources like rare earth minerals, vital for global technology industries. Its strategic position in the Arctic makes it a critical player in global shipping routes and military defense. And as climate change opens up previously inaccessible areas of the Arctic, its importance is only set to grow. This move, coupled with Trump's hints of taking control of the Panama Canal, a linchpin of global trade, and even renaming the Gulf of Mexico to reflect U.S. dominance, has left Europe and the world questioning the future of international norms. Is this a return to 19th century style imperialism, cloaked in 21st century rhetoric? European leaders wasted no time in responding. Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz was one of the first to speak out, highlighting the inviolability of borders. This principle isn't just a legal framework, it's a moral stance that Europe has fought to uphold, especially after 2 world wars and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Scholz's criticism wasn't merely aimed at Trump's ideas, it was a broader call to action, a reminder of Europe's commitment to preserving peace through respect for sovereignty. Meanwhile, Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen took an even more personal tone. Greenland, though geographically distant, is deeply tied to Denmark's identity and political responsibility. Frederiksen emphasized that the future of Greenland is a decision for its people, not a commodity to be traded on the global stage. This sentiment resonated beyond Europe. Canada, facing its own challenges with Arctic sovereignty, joined the chorus, rejecting any notion of external control. Even Panama, the nation whose canal is a lifeline for global commerce, dismissed the idea of foreign ownership or intervention. These reactions highlight a larger trend. Europe and its allies are growing increasingly wary of the U.S.'s unpredictable geopolitical maneuvers under Trump. The question isn't just about specific territories like Greenland or the Panama Canal. It's about the broader implications for global stability. Trump's remarks have also reignited debates about NATO and Europe's reliance on the U.S. for security. For decades, NATO has been the cornerstone of transatlantic defense, but Trump's rhetoric has exposed cracks in this alliance. Many European leaders are now calling for a more self-reliant Europe, one that doesn't depend on U.S. leadership to maintain its security. French President Emmanuel Macron has been particularly vocal, describing Trump's ambitions as a wake-up call for Europe. He's urged the EU to strengthen its own defense capabilities and work towards a unified foreign policy. To ensure that Europe remains a major player in global affairs, to understand Europe's strong reaction, we need to take a step back and look at the historical and geopolitical context. The Panama Canal, for example, isn't just a waterway, it's a symbol of global interconnectedness. Control over the canal has long been a point of contention, and any suggestion of altering its status quo sends shockwaves through the global economy. Similarly, Greenland's role in Arctic geopolitics isn't just about resources or shipping lanes. It's about the balance of power in a region where the US, Russia, and China are all vying for influence. And the Gulf of Mexico, though often seen as a US backyard, holds immense symbolic and economic importance for Latin America. For Europe, Trump's moves harken back to an era of imperialism they've worked hard to move beyond. This isn't just a fight for territory, it's a fight for the principles that underpin the modern international order. What's next? As Trump's plans unfold, Europe faces a critical choice. Does it double down on internal unity and invest in its own defense mechanisms? Or does it risk being sidelined in an increasingly multipolar world? The stakes couldn't be higher. Global trade, security, and diplomatic norms are all at risk. And the decisions made in the coming years will shape the world for decades to come. Europe's response to Trump's bold moves isn't just about defending borders. It's about upholding principles that ensure peace and cooperation in a complex world. It's a reminder that sovereignty, diplomacy, and respect for international law aren't just lofty ideals. They're the foundation of global stability. What do you think? Can Europe effectively counterbalance these ambitions? Or are we heading toward a new era of global power struggles? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on the world's biggest economic and geopolitical stories. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep exploring the bigger picture.